On the 28th day of September every year, the world celebrates International Day for Universal Access to Information. Now, this year's theme is the importance of online space for access to information. However, there is no denying that there are certain barriers as well as disadvantages of using the online space as a tool to access information worldwide. I said that because there's so many debates and, arguments about how the teenagers and the youths of these days are getting addicted to their screens and their devices. But today we'll take a look at the pros and the cons, plus the relevance of this celebration to the people around the world. Getting straight into the conversation, I'm now joined by Richard Adeyinka Emmanuel, the CEO of DataHome Research and Communications Limited in Lagos. Thank you, Richard, for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Good
afternoon. All right, today we celebrate International Day for Access to Information. And the theme has to do with using social media or getting information from the media. What would you say is the relevance of this celebration in general?
Well, the celebration is a reminder, sort of, that online space is a veritable tool to access information. So it's just to keep people in the know and refresh their memory that, yes, online platforms, social media, and other internet sources are there, and they can be useful for accessing all kinds of information whatsoever. So it's a reminder. So the celebration is necessary, timely, and a great reminder to all the people.
All right, Richard, the theme for this year is the importance of online space for access to information. Why was this theme chosen for this year's celebration?
Oh, well, let me try and pick the minds of the organizer. I think it is important, if you look at what is happening today, the online space has been polluted, so to speak, and humanity, particularly those who use online sources, those on social media and other internet space, they face danger daily from all kinds of things, security, cyberbullying. Now, if I could bring it home here, in our recent general election, we see how people are being bullied online for making choices of candidates to vote for. And even those who didn't make any choice at all, they were bullied. And when the Presidential Election Tribunal delivered its judgment recently, the judges made reference to intimidation, bullying on social media. Even the judges, they were being bullied and all that, despite the fact that they don't conduct their businesses on social media space. So this team is choosing, in my own view, as a wake-up call to everyone to be wary of even the kind of information they digest online. And then see, their own security is also important in using online space for information purposes. So that to me is key. People should now, taking this theme into cognizance, know that yes, it is not every information you see online that you digest. There are people who want to use online space for other purposes than information. So it's a wake-up call. That's what I think the organizers of this event have in mind.
But Richard, do you think that there is a way that this balance can be created? I mean, the social media space, or the media space generally, is quite distracting enough. And then if we're talking about clearing off toxicity and making the media space more acceptable or more conducive to get information, if you're trying to balance that up with the millions of things that we see on social media and the millions of influence that it has on the younger generation, how do we create that balance? Because the social media is, I mean, there are definitely advantages of it, but there are also disadvantages of consuming content from social media.
Well, the first place to start is the media literacy. People need to know that you don't just jump into online space and begin to, because you can't trust the source. You don't know who is at the other end, and you don't know the purpose for which the person is sharing the information you are consuming. So it is important that we engage, stakeholders, engage in media literacy, and if I may, social media literacy, so that people know, that don't just jump into it. You don't know the person on the other side. You don't know the essence of pushing out particular information. And in this age of artificial intelligence, you can't be sure of most things that you see online. So it is important that to create this balance, we have to engage in media literacy, educate our people that yes, you are literate. That doesn't make you an expert in this. You need to find out more about the information you are consuming, and then look critically about the source. Is important because the person who is sharing the information may have other things, and most often they have other agenda that they want to push. So if you don't know, it will be difficult for you to balance that information. And for those who are young, say kids now who are on social media, teenagers, perhaps they need guidance, they need to seek the guidance of experts and ask questions. You don't just jump into social media space and take everything you see hook, line, and sinker. It's important that you consider so many things, the person, the source, and then the information. Look at it critically, and then look for other channels too. It is not possible that the channel where you are accessing that information, you are seeing that information, is the only source that we have that information. There should be other, yes, in the era of traditional media, the legacy media, newspaper, radio, television, we're talking about scoop, where a newspaper or a radio or a TV may break the news. It may be the only source that we have it. But in no time, if people calm down, they will see that other media houses too, they will join. They will look for it and then join. So when our people get online and you see information, it is not possible that that channel is the only source with that information. Look through. So that is why it is important that for us to create a balance, media literacy is a key. We must engage our people and let them know the pros and cons of online space for information.
All right, now talking about sources of information, we're in a generation where there's so much deepfake, there's misinformation, there are fraudulent websites. How do you, or how would we encourage the youth to identify, which, for example, youth are looking for opportunities every day, educational opportunities, for job opportunities, and different kind of opportunities around the world. How can these youth identify what websites or pages are valid or legit?
The first thing to do, young people are too much in a hurry. They are desperate. And when you show desperation, even when things look fake to you, you don't want to accept it. You will still want to believe that, yes, this is what I've been looking for. So the first place to start is to tell them to calm down. First, calm down. Look through, read through. Look at, it is possible that a website that ends with .ng and the one that ends with .com, they are not the same. So calm down and look through it and see if what you are digesting. the possibility is that if it is too good to be true, then it is not true. Danger is beneath. So our people should calm down. They are too much in a hurry to believe whatever it is they say. Some people, the culture right now is to accept everything you have online. Once you have it, you believe it is true. No, it is not true. Our young people should calm down and don't show desperation. They show too much desperation. That is why they fall prey to fake news, disinformation, and then a change of mindset is important. Some of our people, they believe so much in negativity, particularly things that have to do with Nigeria, for instance. When you see things, you say that this is not possible, whereas it is possible, it is happening. Then what do? You are looking for any material that will justify that thing that you have in mind, your mindset. You are looking for validation. You are looking for materials that will tell you, yes, nothing good, for instance, can come, from our educational system, for instance, and then you are desperate to go abroad. Even the money you don't have, you want to spend it to go abroad to acquire education. Health, you think that we do not have hospitals that are good enough for you because people who have not visited hospitals in the last 10 years, they are saying so. So you want to believe them. So our people should calm down. Don't show desperation. Be flexible in your thinking, in your approach. If you are flexible, you will see that information you are seeing, you are reading right now, there should be others that have it. If you calm down enough, you will see it. It is not possible that these educational opportunities that you are looking for, where you are getting it, assuming it is not directly from, say, the website of UK government or American government or all these NGOs, chances are that there are other people who have accessed it in the past. So if you search enough, if you calm down enough, you'll be able to see it and say, okay, this is true. If it is not true, someone would have fallen victim of it, and you will see it. If you calm down enough and you search through enough, you will see that, okay, this is not, let me run away from it. But the problem is, our young people on social media, they are too much in a hurry, they are desperate, and they are too rigid in their thinking. They don't think that, yes, if this is the way somebody said it is, then there is no other way. No, there are other ways. They just have to calm down and read widely enough in order to get the true picture.
Right, thank you so much for that, Richard. Now, also, I would like to ask you, what activities do you think that governments or, NGOs or international bodies can promote or sponsor to foster the achievement of this year's theme?
Yes, let me start from government. Even government and non-governmental organizations, it is just advocacy. I mentioned earlier about media literacy. So government must be, on the part of government now, government must be deliberate and, to change narrative, to educate our young people online, on social media. That advocacy, National Orientation Agency is a good way to start, although I know it has been moribund for a while. It's not been active at all. So advocacy, both government and non-governmental organizations continue to educate our people on the danger. Although is another trend I have noticed on social media, Twitter, for instance, the toxic nature of that space is alarming. And if you try to educate young people who don't even have jobs, who barely, went to school, only what they have is their phone and then access to social media.
Right.
You try to educate them, they take it in a negative way, and they begin to attack the personality of someone who offers a simple help. So, but that shouldn't discourage government or NGOs
Right.
to engage in advocacy
Okay.
and let our people know that it is danger and dangerous too out there
All
for
right.
them to consume everything they have
All right, as
on social
CEO
media.
of DataHome Research and Communications Limited, Richard Adeyinka Emmanuel, thank you so much for joining us to discuss this very important celebration across the globe. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
We've come to the end of VSA for today, and I hope that this was insightful enough for you to join us again on another episode as we bring you top trending happenings and analyze these happenings and prefer possible solutions to tackle these challenges that we're facing on the continent and on the global stage. My name is Blessings Mosugu. See you again.